Hi, welcome to another episode of Urban History Explores. Today we are at Bishop's House, which anyone can come to. It's open Saturdays and Sundays, and we've actually found out today it's actually free to come in. So come give it your support. I'll show you around. I'm in this room at the moment. This is one of the extensions that was built onto the building, and the timber frame is still visible. I was told it was built in 1558. Tell you a little story about the Blythes that were apparently two bishops that's supposed to have lived here, James and Geoffrey Blythe, but apparently no bishops actually lived in this house. So it's not actually, should be called Bishop's House. Here is a 1500s writing desk with quills there. Every house in the 1500s would have had something like this. Very beautiful. What's this one here? Oh yeah, they're the bells.
Pack horse bells.
Yeah, patterns worn under the shoes to keep feet out of mud. Right, these what I've just seen here as well. These were bells that was attached to criminals' legs so that they could hear them. Right, this is actually a copy of an embroidered cushion cover that was found at Hardwick Hall. But it's absolutely beautiful. Right. No, this is a mantelpiece which is made out of oak, and it was found in the 17th century, and it was basically luxuriously redecorated, and the oak panelling, plaster ceilings, and carved from overmantels.
It came from the oak room of Greenhill Hall.
Yeah, it was found in Greenhill Hall, but now it's
2
here.
miles southwest of Bishop's House.
Yeah.
Sadly, the hall was demolished in the 1930s.
Yeah. Which many of these places have. In this cabinet here, there is some items that actually was excavated from Sheffield Castle. That looks like a pipe there.
Something there.
Yeah, it's like an old cooking pot or something. Handles to blades. Right, in here are some of the items that...
The witches' stones? Though.
Yeah, witches' stones are there. And basically, the doll here is a part of... Parents place salt and garlic under their newborn baby's cradle to safeguard against witches, fairies and goblins in the days between birth and baptism.
They believed a lot in that.
And there's a motor there and pestle,
yeah, for grinding spices.
For grinding spices, and they are apparently witches' stones.
They are, yeah.
These white pebbles are known as witching stones. They are hung in doorways and windows to stop evil from entering the house.
Very superstitious.
Right, these little bits here, it says, like today, people in Tudor and Stuart England would make different stages of human life with the ceremony. Christian parents had their children baptised or christened within a few days of birth. They feared that their baby, if it died unbaptised, its soul would never go to heaven. So these are some of the items that they used to use during christening. Right, this is just a little part of the house which I think needs renovating, but it shows you how much timber runs through this entire house. Because I actually was under the belief that it was a half timbered house, but I've been told today at the house that it's actually a full timbered house. In the Civil War, people living in the same country fight against each other. During the English Civil War, people supported either their king or Parliament. In Sheffield, most people supported their parliamentarians. John Bright of Carbrook Hall and William Spencer of Attercliffe were important local military leaders. William Blythe, who owned Bishop's House at that time, was also a captain in the Parliamentary Army. In 1644, Sheffield Castle was besieged. The castle stood where the castle market is today. The walls were destroyed by a large cannon, known as the Queen's Pocket Pistol. On the 11th of August 1944, Major Beaumont, the royalist leader, was forced to surrender. Parliament ordered all royalist castles to be destroyed. Captain Blythe was one of 2 officers put in charge of the demolition of Sheffield Castle around 1648.
So that's when Sheffield...
Right, this bit here is just another section of the witches' part of it. There's a broomstick there, a cauldron. A few more items in here that have been found at Sheffield Castle. Probably during the excavation time when they knocked down the market. In this cabinet here are for falconry. So they obviously used to do that here as well, which were a very, very popular pastime during the medieval times. Fireplace guard here, which is dated at 1571. Absolutely beautiful and in great. These are 1500s type embroideries. Women would sit hours and hours and hours making these beautiful embroideries, or clothing even. Right, this is one of the bedrooms here at Bishop's house. This is kind of standard to how 1500s bedrooms would have looked. See, there's a toilet there. I'll just move over to the bed. I can't actually see a wash basin in here. There usually are wash basins, but never mind. That over there near the fire is actually a 1500s hot water bottle. They'd fill it full of hot ashes from the fire and stick it into the bed, which it were actually quite dangerous, but they did it.
Well, it kept you warm in winter, didn't it?
Yeah, I'm sure it did. I'm sure it did. The room I'm in at the moment will have been the kitchen because of the flooring, and it looks like there's some kind of pantry cupboards there.